Chapter 3, Lesson 2, Breathe into it. So I know a lot of people don't have time to meditate, or so they say. And I totally respect that. If you feel like you don't have time to meditate, you feel like there's more things that are important, then there is some truth in that. The entire part of this course is to not find the lie in our life, but to find the truth in our life. So unpacking this, when we say we don't have time to meditate, what do we really mean? Is it because we don't have time to sit quietly for hours on end? Is it because we don't know how to meditate? There's a lot of reasons that we may feel as if there's a blockage between us and the ability to meditate. I'm gonna tell you all the truth. Meditating is like the easiest thing to do. It's the easiest thing to do. It is something that you can do with everything else that you can do. I would even go far as say that you meditate all the time, but you either didn't know to call it that, or you're not meditating on something that's raising your spirit. And this is no judgment on that. Meditation can be as simple as us focusing on a subject and having a lot of fixation around that. The great thing about being mindful of ourselves is that we get to notice. We get to notice and really see what's going on. And the more that we can see what's going on, we're that much closer to what some may call an absolute truth. There's something that is definitely true about me and you. We're both alive, and we're both here on this planet together. Take a moment to notice that as I've been talking this entire time, breath has been flowing through your body. And if you would simply just turn your attention towards it, just for a moment, then you could call that meditation. When you're at work, driving to work, processing what you're thinking about with work, keep doing it. I'm sure your work is important, but just remember that there's something that's allowing you to fuel that thought. And then maybe you take a deep breath so you can continue to think about work. And maybe as you breathe in, there's a new insight about your work. And maybe when you breathe out, there's also a release of tension around it, whether it be an old conversation, anxiety around a task, or a number of other things. When you're washing dishes, cleaning up your house, continue to clean up your house, it's important. But also notice that there's a breath that's happening at the same time. And as you wax on, wax off those plates and those cups, just remind yourself, breath is also cleaning out my system. It's also keeping me refreshed. It's also clearing things out that no longer serve me so that my plate is clean and open for all the other things that I have in the upcoming future. There's a simple story by the great, there's so many things you could call him, but in this moment he was an author, a poet even, Thich Nhat Hanh. And he got this 2-line poem, and it's been sticking with me ever since I read it, and it's something I want to share with y'all. Breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. And breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. All right, take a moment just to say that into your mind. What makes this poem so awesome to me is that there's nothing for you to have to do, right? It's just declaring, bringing awareness to what is. You are breathing. It's happening. It's a fact. And as you breathe in, you're allowing yourself to consciously acknowledging it. You know that you're breathing in. You know that life is flowing through you. And as you breathe out, you're also showing to yourself that I have the ability to let go. Right? I have ability to maybe drop the shoulders as I breathe out, as I let go. I have ability to unclench the jaw, right, as I let go. I have the ability to let that conversation from so-and-so back when also go, because I'm able to let the breath go out. This type of practice is something that many call mindfulness. You're mindful of what's happening. You're noticing what there is to notice. And if there's nothing to notice, then notice that as well. There are many points in our day where there is nothing that has to go on. Once you complete the task for the day, it's really up to you to incorporate that sense of surrender and acknowledge within yourself that you've done what you need to today. Now, how many of us have gone a full day working, bust our butt doing whatever it is that we were supposed to do. And then by the end of the day, maybe in the 25th hour or whatever the phrase is, in the last few moments of the day, you still feel like you didn't do anything for the day. You still got that feeling of, I should have did more. Those are the moments in your life where you need to surrender, you need to let go, and you need to acknowledge what has happened. Breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. Let me use this breath to also reflect on my day. Okay, I worked this amount of hours a day. There are only so many hours a day to do anything. The facts show I did something today. You cannot let the ego continue to pressure you to feel as if you're not worth the rest. You're not worth the celebration of your work. And you definitely can't let your ego get in the way of letting you feel like you don't have time to meditate. A wise man once said that it's best to meditate about 5 minutes a day. But if you don't have any time at all, you should meditate for an hour. So, if anything, as you watch this video, as you take this time, you can say to yourself, breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. And when this video ends, you remind yourself, I took some time in my busy schedule to do something for me. I think we know what the homework is today, right? Now, throughout your day, just share with your experiences. Let me know if there was a moment in your day when things got hectic, and if you went into your toolbox and pulled out that breath. And if anything changed for you, we'd love to hear about it, because we want to celebrate you together. We're all in this together. All right? Till the next lesson, my friends. Peace.